Hello you guys, welcome to a new weekly vlog. I hope you are doing well. Right now I am going to go to Barnes & Noble because they're having a candle sale. It's called Bath & Body Works, you goddamn nerd! So of course, I had to get some candles. I really need another hot cocoa and cream because that is my absolute favorite Bath & Body Works candle, and I killed it in like 2 weeks when I got it at the beginning of December. Hello, I'm back from, I almost said Barnes & Noble, Bath & Body Works. I got 2 candles. I didn't have a huge selection because I was going to get 3, but then the sales lady came and she was all like, oh, it's only these candles that are $10. And I was like, fine. I got Twisted Peppermint, which is funny because right as I put this in my bag, my sister smelled this and she was like, ugh. So, you know, if you don't like peppermint, you probably won't like this, but I love peppermint, so, I love it so much. This has always been my favorite. Like, even when I was little, I would always get actually, I think I have the body wash right now that I ran out of. Oh my gosh, I should have got more body wash. It was all like 70% off. She's gonna go right here because she looks so pretty because she's all pink and she matches my decor. Yay! And then I got my absolute favorite candle. Like, this is one of my favorite scents in general, but my favorite candle is hot cocoa and cream. And I got the last one, baby. Oh, it smells so delectable. I love it so much. It smells so good. If you have not smelled hot cocoa and cream, you're missing out. I'm not a huge fan of like overly sweet candles because I have kind of a small room. Really sweet candles are good for like big open spaces, but not enclosed spaces. And so I usually don't get them. But this one is more chocolatey and creamy because it's called hot cocoa and cream. I don't know how to describe it. It's the perfect amount of sweetness. It more smells like you're baking something in your room more than you have a sickly vanilla explosion. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's delicious and I love it so much. Hello you guys. So we are going to take a day trip to Sacramento and we are going to IKEA and Half Price Books, and right now we're charging the car. And I'm in the middle of Bass Pro Shop, which is literally yeehaw heaven. Here we are. There are fucking fish here. Whole ass fish tank. So that's a thing. And yeah, so it's gonna be a good day. I'm ready. So we are back home from our little trip and all of our IKEA stuff is in the car because it's like 11 o'clock and we're all exhausted. But I do have all of the stuff I got from Half Price Books. I went and I sold like 2 bags full of books there, and I thought I was gonna get like $5, like less than $10, because I don't know, I guess I'm just used to GameStop and like trading unopened $20 games and them giving you like $3. But I got $17, so I only had to pay $1, so it like balanced out. The first thing I got was Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. This is, I don't know what the series is called, but it's an adult high fantasy, and I believe that the point of view is through the villain, so the story is told through the villain's perspective, or I don't know if it's like the villain, but he's a evil kind of bad guy. So I'm very excited to read that. I haven't read any like grimdark fantasy. I know I want to read this one, and of course The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie, which I also ordered that, and that should be coming in soon. But I'm very excited because I do have Red Sister by Mark Lawrence, and I do enjoy his writing style, even though I kind of put that down. I'm very excited for this, and it was only $4 because it's a mass market paperback, not as stiff as other mass market, so I didn't mind this copy. So yes, that's one I got. And then I also got An Unkindness of Magicians by Kat Howard. I believe it's an adult fantasy, but I'm not entirely sure. You know what? I think this is a magic competition between magicians. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct, but I really, really love this cover. And then I finished off my collection of the Graceling trilogy books. I have Fire and Graceling, and now I have Bitter Blue, which this was such a favorite when I read it. I've never read Fire, but as soon as I finished Graceling when I was younger, I went on to Bitter Blue because I loved her so much. And I remember really loving this, but I have no idea the plot. Like, I don't remember anything about it except that it takes place when Bitter Blue is now grown up. Sal got me the second, Sea of Monsters graphic novel collection. I have The Lightning Thief, and so now I have Sea of Monsters. And then I came home to packages, so I don't know who this is from, but I'm gonna open it because I love packages. Christmas is continuing. Oh! This is a present for me! This is my Wheel of Time, Eye of the World book. Oh my gosh. Look at how floppy she is! I'm so glad I went with this cover instead of any of the other covers. I am so ready to start this. I really need to finish Name of the Wind before I pick up another adult high fantasy, especially one that has 14 books in it, but I'm so excited to read this. Hello, you guys. So it is New Year's Eve, and that is why I look a little dolled up right now. I am going to a New Year's Eve party, and it is 20s themed. So I kind of tried to go with a 20s look with like the headband, but I'm not really skilled in like the hair department. Let me just show you guys what I'm wearing actually, because it's really cute. So excuse the absolute mess in the background and the mess of this mirror. I know I'm a mess, but this is the dress. This is like my absolute favorite thrift find. I absolutely adore this little 90s dress moment. It is so cute. I definitely don't look as good as I did when I bought it, but it still fits, and that's all that matters. So I am just going to go pick up Sal. We're gonna go to the party. You're probably not gonna film anything. Hello, you guys. So I just got done filming my worst books of 2019 video. But anyways, today was a really great day. It was Sal and I's 1-year anniversary. Technically, last night is our anniversary, but obviously New Year's Eve is partying time, so we celebrated today and we went to dinner, and of course we went to Barnes & Noble because I make everything about me, and I got some books. So the book that he got me was Angel Mage by Garth Nix. So I had to turn this into the library because I kept it for like 3 months and they wouldn't let me place a hold on it anymore, and I saw that it was 50% off. So of course I decided to make him get it for me, and I'm very excited because I just really love this cover, and I read about half of it, so I knew that I liked it. So hopefully it's okay. I mean, I did buy Sorcery of Thorns and I gave that 2 stars, which, did I talk about Sorcery of Thorns yet? I don't think I did. I don't think I updated you guys on Sorcery of Thorns yet. So we'll talk about that after I'm done hauling these books. This is a long synopsis that I don't have the energy to go over right now, but I'm very excited to own this, and hopefully I can actually finish it now that I own it. And then the book I bought myself because, like we all knew was gonna happen, I don't have self-control, and I bought a book already with my gift card. And that was Daughters of Neri by Reni K. Amayo. And this is an African-inspired fantasy following our 2 main characters, and they are raised as humans, but they are actually goddesses. So that's all I know about it. That's all I need to know. If you have gods or goddesses in your synopsis, I'm going to want to read it. And I've been trying to get my library to purchase this book because obviously I've been wanting to read it ever since I heard about it, but they never fulfilled my request. So I was like, I saw it in Barnes & Noble today and I decided I needed it because obviously I need it. Look at this cover. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This is one of my favorite covers of 2019. But yeah, I'm really hoping to start this semi soon. I really want to get my currently reading shelf to 0 before I start any new books. I know that's not going to happen, but I'm going to try. Sorcery of Thorns. I finished it 2 days ago, and this was a 2-star, as I mentioned. I was just so incredibly bored the entire time, and I didn't like the characters, I didn't like the world building, and I didn't like the magic system, and I didn't like anything about it. That's it. You guys have heard most of my thoughts about this. Nothing changed from the previous vlog. I just didn't enjoy this. I will say though that the epilogue slapped. It really did. The last chapter was the best part about this whole book, and I did very much enjoy it, but that was it. So I think I'm going to make a very terrible decision, but I'm going to do it anyways because it's the new year and I want to reorganize my bookshelves. I think I'm going to abandon the rainbow shelves. Never thought that could be me. Never thought in a million years I would change up my organization because I just feel like this is the most aesthetically pleasing. But I just want to see how it goes, and if I end up hating it, well then I guess I'll have to reorganize it again. But I just think I want to organize it by height/series and just see how it goes, what it looks like. I've never organized my shelves any other way because I just never have had enough books to even organize a shelf. So this is just going to be an experiment and we're going to see how it goes. And if I end up regretting it, then that's on me and that's my fault, and we'll just be here for a very long time. Okay, so I finished and I don't quite know how I feel about it. So this is what they look like now. I really love how they're so even, like they're so leveled with each other. Also, I've become a paperback stan. Never thought that would be me, but it's true and I've accepted it. I do like how they're all leveled together. I think that's very satisfying to me, and it makes me be able to like put my little pops and everything. It makes it very easy for me to do that, but I don't know if I'm in love with it. It seems very chaotic to me. I don't know, but it's also giving me a lot more room. Like, I was able to fill this little cubby with all of my comics, which I thought I was gonna have to put in a whole other section. So I literally have more room. It's not that much room, and it would be filled up immediately, but hey, it's something. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think, and maybe comment down below how you guys organize your shelves and help me out a little bit. Hello, you guys. So I have not been updating much on my reading because I haven't been able to tell you guys what I've been reading for, I would say, the past couple weeks, because I've been focusing on a video that will be coming up in 2 weeks because I just finished the last book in the series. Basically, I finished Harry Potter for the first time, so those watching my vlogs get to sneak peek. You guys will be seeing that soon. I've been very soft, and it's been kind of hard to read anything else, so I've been trying to combat that with some historical romance. This is Temptations of a Wallflower by Eva Leigh, and I have been really enjoying this. It is about this girl who, by the way, she's a tall girl, so I'm making up with Sorcery of Thorns by reading this and hopefully enjoying this more so Whitney will love me and appreciate me. But she basically is this wallflower, very shy individual, but she anonymously writes erotic romance. And our love interest, he is, first of all, he's a priest, which that's kind of one of my things. I constantly strive to commit as much heresy as I can possibly do. That's just a personal goal of mine. And he was tasked by his father to find who this lady of dubious quality is, which is what her pen name is. It doesn't really make much sense why he would be the one that has to find her and figure it out, but regardless, that's kind of how it is, and their chemistry is very much off the charts. And he obviously doesn't know that Lady Sarah, who is this woman that he's very much intrigued by, is the same author like that he's trying to look for. Whatever, there's drama. I've been really enjoying this. This is very steamy. It is very steamy. They have not even done anything yet, but I can just tell this is gonna be naughty. But something recently happened that has kind of put me off, and the two characters went to an Oriental museum and like an art exhibit where it showed erotic Eastern art. I know that it was very much a thing that happened in London because Orientalism is just a huge thing, especially once they started gaining even more influence in India, and the eroticism of the East is a huge part of Orientalism. And so I know that it happened, but I don't know how to feel about two main characters in a romance book written today. I mean, I don't know, when was this written? 2016. So I don't know how I feel about a romance book written in 2016 where our main characters are getting turned on looking at erotic Oriental art. Yeah, once I say that out loud, I don't like that at all. So I don't think I'm going to continue this. I think I'm going to DNF it. It just, I don't like that at all, which is such a shame because I was honestly really enjoying this as I was reading. I really liked Lady Sarah, who is our main character, and I loved Mr. Cleland or whatever, because it was like an erotic romance author meets a priest, so it kind of checked all the boxes for me. But that just really put me off, and I'm kind of uncomfortable reading this now, so I'm gonna put this down. As a rule, if something doesn't feel right, I'm just gonna put it down. I'm not gonna look too much into it because there are a billion books in the world, and I don't need to justify reading something that doesn't fit or doesn't sit well with me. So there you go. But on a happier note, I have been listening more to Strange the Dreamer. I stopped listening to it and I was going to read it physically, and because I was reading Harry Potter and I kind of didn't want to read anything like physically, I was just burnt out a little. Not burnt out, but just my baby. I checked the audiobook out again, which I love the audiobook for this because Steve West is the person that narrates it. And Steve West is definitely one of my top 3 favorite narrators. He's also done the Ember and the Ashes series, and he's done a couple of the Illuminae files. I think he did Gemini, and he's done Aurora Rising. He's just done a whole bunch, and his voice is delicious. It's very delectable. So I love listening to him narrate the story. It's so perfect. And I really love this book. I do. I don't think it's perfect. I think it's a little too slow. I don't think it has quite as much substance as I want it to have. Like, there's really no plot to this, and there isn't anything that's really happening. This is 100% more of a romance, and that's fine with me because I am loving the romance so much. I could not imagine reading this book and not falling in love with Lazlo and Sarai. They are the softest, sweetest little angel babies that I have ever read about, and usually I am one of those people that needs one of the members needs to be broody, one of them needs to be mysterious and an asshole and sarcastic, and then the other one can be soft. But this just works. 2 soft people. I didn't think I was gonna be able to fall in love with that because I'm like, I need the drama. But this is working for me. I love them so much, and they're both so hot, and I want them to make babies. Every single time Sarai's hair is mentioned, her cinnamon hair, I'm just so in love. I just love a ginger, and I need fan art of them. I'm gonna go on Redbubble and look some fan art because they're so beautiful. I love them so much. Lazlo freaking cleaned his room because he knew that Sarai was going to visit him while he was dreaming. How freaking cute is that? That is so adorable. That's when you know a dude likes you, is when they clean their room for you. There was a point where they were dreaming and they went to the library that or not the library, but the monastery. Is that what it was? That he grew up in, and his little mentor comes in and he's like, did you do what I tell you? Did you get her flowers? And he was like, flowers? No, I didn't get her flowers. But Sarai was like, he gave me the moon though, because there was a bracelet and all that stuff. And I just left off on the point where Lazlo learns what Errol Fane did to the Godspawn, the babies, and they're talking, and he couldn't believe it because they're good people and the people of Weep are good people. And Sarai says, you think good people can't hate? You think good people don't kill? Good people do all the things bad people do, Lazlo. It's just that when they do them, they call it justice. When they slaughter 30 babies in their cradles, they call it necessary. Tell me that doesn't take your breath away for a minute. I talked about this in previous vlogs where I didn't know how the gods were going to redeem themselves, or not necessarily redeem themselves, but how I was going to have sympathy for the Godspawn and Minya and those people because of what the gods did to the people of Weep. They literally raped almost every citizen of Weep at one point or another. And so I was like, yeah, they kind of deserved it. But did the people of Weep have to kill the babies? That's pretty dang evil. So I'm not happy. That's not a proper word, but it's nice that there is equal bad things that happened on both sides. I don't think that's a right way to phrase it, but I can see both sides, if that makes sense. I still think that the people of Weep were in their right. Maybe not to kill the babies, but the gods definitely deserve to die. That's for sure. So it's definitely a messy situation. It's very messy, and it's not as messy as I want it to be because there's not a whole lot of action in this, but I really, really love Lazlo and Sarai and their discussions, and this book is just pretty. It really is. The atmosphere, you can't argue Laini Taylor did that. She went there, and I can appreciate it. If you go into this book knowing what it is and just going in to expect atmosphere and more of a painting rather than a story, I think you would really appreciate it and love this book. But if you go into this book expecting a story and not a painting that tells a story, I think you would be disappointed. Maybe that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've been reading this and I'm just coming up with strange metaphors that don't even make sense. But I'm really, really enjoying this. I only have 3 hours left of the audiobook. I only have like 200 pages left of the actual book. So hopefully I can get this done today, and at least I'll finish 2 books in this vlog. That would be really nice. Why? Why, Miss Taylor? Why did you have to do that to me? What did I ever do to you? That's the question I have. What did I ever do to you to make me deserve this? I would like to know. I would like you to mail me the receipts. I would like some compensation for the heartbreak that you just caused me right now. Oh my god, what do I even say? The ending of this? Why didn't y'all tell me? Why did you guys not tell me that this is what was gonna happen? I'm so mad I didn't pick up Muse of Nightmares when I went to the library today. How am I supposed to carry on? Can somebody please tell me? Can someone help me out here? Is there a survival kit for Strange the Dreamer? Because holy shit, I'm going to throw this across the room. Why did it have to end like that? Why? Why? I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum. Why did it have to end that way? I'm so sad. Okay, well, I'm gonna give the book 4.5 out of 5 stars. I can't give it a full 5 stars because of the slowness of the book. It has to be knocked down a half star for that. But this book is beautiful. It's beautiful, and I love it so much, even though I hate it with all of my fiber of my beings. I'm angry and sad and depressed, and I don't even know how to English right now. Definitely one that you either love it or you hate it because of the writing style, and it's very slow, and there's obviously valid critiques of this book that I have even conveyed. But wow, the emotions. It's a beautiful painting to look at and to admire, and that is all I'm going to say about this book. BookTube and book readers really know what they're talking about. We get each other. Readers understand each other, and we know what the other likes. And in that case, I trust us, and I trust me and the people that have read books, so I can read the best books and don't have to trudge through bad books. You see what I mean? You get me. I don't know what I'm saying right now because I have nothing to say. I finished Harry Potter this week, and then I went on to this book, and this is the next book that I finished. I have 0 serotonin in my brain right now, so I'm gonna take a break, and I'm going to watch some wholesome content on BookTube and watch my favorite people, and I'm just going to try not to cry and try not to remember and think about this book too much because I'm not okay. Alright, so I am going to close off this vlog. It is already long enough already. I finished 2 books this week, which was really, really great. I finished Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, which I gave 2 out of 5 stars, and I also finished Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, which I gave a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and if you didn't, there's always next week. Bye!